everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm the City Witch. So I have a brand new deck to review for you guys today. So this was gifted to me and I've not seen it before. I was aware of it, so I know that this deck's been on the market for some time, and you guys might be thinking, oh, I don't need to watch this, I've already seen that deck. If you have, just scroll on, that's fine guys. But I've not actually looked at this deck before, and it wasn't one that I was thinking of getting, and then it came to me as a gift. So as I was going to be opening it up and looking at it for the first time anyway, I just thought I'd film an unboxing. For those of you who have not seen this deck before, we can appreciate it and look at it together. So this is the Muerte Tarot, Book of the Dead, and I believe it's by Fabio. Yeah, Fabio. And it's a 78 card deck with guidebook. So far I'm really impressed with the box. The box is really stunning. It's got this beautiful gold gilding all over it. The title, Santa Muerte Tarot, is in this beautiful gold. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, if it's doing it justice, because it's a very subtle gold. It's not in your face bright gold. It's like this dulled out gold, if that makes sense. But anyway, I really like the box and the artwork. It's absolutely stunning. I really like that the lid is slip on and off at the top. That's really unusual and very different. I don't have a deck that does that. Most of them are the ones that slip on like that, or they're a clip clasp at the side. So this is quite different. So these are the sides of the box. So we have a beautiful Ouija board design there with the rose theme carrying on, and then we have a candy skull on the back. At least I think that's a candy skull, but correct me if I'm wrong, guys. And then we have another skull design on the side. So I really like the box. The box is beautiful and definitely really good quality and really bright, aesthetically pleasing. So for anyone who's interested in buying one of these decks, I'll just show you the information on the bottom so you can go ahead and pause and visit the website if you want to purchase. As I said, this deck was gifted to me, so I have no idea how much it costs or where it came from. But if I can find places that sell it, and I will also link that information there of the creator of this deck and their information in the description. So if you do want to go ahead and purchase, you've got a way to do that. So let's open up the deck and have a look, shall we? Ooh, I like the book straight away. That's really, really pretty book. This really bright blue skull on it. I really like skulls, so that appeals to me. Looks like the book is colour as well, and again, that's quite rare, guys, because a lot of these books are not colour, they're just black and white. So I like that this is colour. So it looks like we have several different languages in the book. So the first one is English. So it's given us a description of the Santa Muerte Tarot and the author, so a little bit about him. And then the deck, so the dead are reborn and lie again in the belly of the conscious. Ooh, that's interesting. So it looks like there's some information about the Santa Muerte as well, and then it goes straight into the cards. And it looks like, ooh, so there's that kind of two things. So I'm just going to start with the Fool, because we know the Fool is the first card in the tarot. So it gives you the description of what the Fool is there, and then it gives you the advice of the dead. So it's not a reverse meaning, it's just an extra bit of information that's unique to this deck. So I really like that. That is really cool and interesting. It kind of looks like, yeah, so half the book is in English, and then the rest is in the different languages given. Yeah, and then we have Ouija, the Oracle of the Dead, and then it will give you a spread you can do there as well. And then the card of the day, what the card advise you to do. So it's picking a single card. So there's only really two spreads they're giving you. The rest you'll have to figure out yourself. But if you have been doing tarot for a long time like me, that's not going to be a problem. So let's pop the books to one side and talk about the card quality. So this is what the back of the card looks like. Immediately, I love that because you cannot tell if the card is reversed or the right way up. And I love that because I do readings with both right way up and reversed cards. And I like that you can't tell when you're doing a spread, especially if it's for yourself. When I do spreads for clients, I tend to just put them face up anyway as they're coming out of the deck. But when I'm working for myself, I like to take a moment to absorb each card before I read it as a full story when they're all turned over. So I like to not know whether they're reversed or the right way. So I love that, and I like the skull design. That's very, very beautiful. And I love this Aztec kind of coin pattern in the background. Hope you guys can see what I mean there. That is beautiful. The quality is really good, and the cards are a little bit on the shiny side, so they're not matte. They have a really nice feel to them, and they do feel quite nice, the cardstock. I wouldn't say as far as expensive, but reasonable, good quality for sure. It's got this like stiffness to it, but it is a new deck. I think over time you can easily shuffle these into each other with no problem. Let's take a look at the cards. So starting with the major arcana, so we have the Fool. Oh, I like that. He's starting out on his journey, but he's clearly not paying attention because he's looking at the butterfly on his hand. I really like that he's in a graveyard as well. That's lovely. Then we have, oh wow, look at the Magician. Sorry guys, we have the Magician card next, but wow, I love that. That has got so much symbolism. Lots and lots of magical symbols on that card. That so far is my favourite. That is beautiful. I really like that. Oh wow, the Empress, the High Priestess, the Empress. Oh, look at those two. Getting ahead of myself. Right, so here we have the High Priestess. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful card. I get so many vibes from that. I love that she's holding a key. That makes me think of Hecate. I know it's a different culture and everything, but just keys in general, because she's one of the deities I work with, automatically to me, and my brain goes Hecate. That's stunning. And I love that the High Priestess has all these beautiful symbols around her, and she's sat on this beautiful altar shrine, and she's got everything she needs around her, and she's adorned in this beautiful, colourful cloak. That is stunning. And then, as I said before, the Empress, when I was going, wow, that's because of all the colour. That definitely screams fertility and beauty and grace and elegance. There is so much to that card. I really like this deck, you know. I didn't think I was going to, but I actually do really like it. And then we've got the Emperor. He exudes power and confidence and charisma. Look at that. Wow. Hierophant. And I like that the Ouija board is there for communication. That's a really interesting way to display that card. And again, the colours just pop. All these purples and blues. Beautiful. Then we have the Lovers, and I love that there's a key and then they're holding a heart, like the key to my heart, and they're like bound together. That's beautiful. The Chariot. That's an interesting way to display a chariot, isn't it? Because clearly that's the back of a carriage, but it's not in flight or in motion. And usually with chariots, you kind of get that, whether being pulled or drawn or driving somewhere. But that's interesting. Strength, lovely. And we have a wrestler, and he's fighting a dragon, I think that is. Or maybe some kind of Aztec monster. I might have to look that up. But that is also very nicely displayed, and also very different to the typical lion and lamb kind of image that we get. I like how different that is. The Hermit, and he's lying in a coffin. So a coffin of his own choice, perhaps, because the hermit does like to be alone and goes into solitude and seclusion to learn, study and grow. So again, that's really interesting. Ooh, wow, the Wheel of Fortune. That is beautiful. And if you turn it, I mean, the balance in that card is just phenomenal. I really, really like that. I'd say I didn't think I was going to like this deck, but I do. I really like it. Justice, yeah, and she's got the scales. She is ready to judge you. Lovely. Man, oh, look at that. It looks like he's been killed with a bullet through the head, and his head's like hanging and his body's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna hold the post. Again, this is more like a death of your own making, a situation that's your fault. You've put yourself in this predicament and you need to be the one to solve it. That's a really interesting way of looking at the Hangman, but again, I'm feeling it. I love it. Santa Muerte. So she must be replacing the death card. And obviously she's the image on the front of the box. And as she is the saint of death and the goddess of death to the Aztecs, that makes perfect sense. I like how as well, because she has this symbolism of wherever death is, it clears the way for something new. And I like the way she's pregnant there, representing fertility, you know, imminent birth, something new that will enter to replace what's lost, what's been killed essentially, and what's dead and moved on. So that's a really nice symbolism. Temperance, wow. I think they're wings at the back there, and if they are, that's really nice as well. And then we've got the traditional cups there going on. So there's some really nice symbolism. Got the devil card. I like that. Pulling your strings, manipulation. You can easily get all of those energies from that card. Wow, what an interesting way to display the Tower. So the Tower is obviously usually a very destructive card, something unforeseen and that you have no control over. It's just going to happen. And this isn't, I don't really get that from this. I get puzzled, confused, I get lost from this. And I get that it's a maze, a predicament, something that you have to solve. So complications for sure. But not really that destructive energy. That isn't coming through for me. So maybe that's a different kind of meaning. Or maybe he's gone with a different theme there for a reason. Definitely going to look that one up. But I like what he's done there. That's really unusual. And then we have the star. That's beautiful as well. And the moon. Oh, I like that. Reflections. I like that she's alive there. But then in a reflection, she's dead. She's skeletal. That's really unusual. The sun. Let's throw a party. Judgment. It's a little bit creepy actually, because the coffin's clearly for a child and the child's like, hey, look at me, I'm still here. That's a creepy vibe I get from that. I don't know why, maybe that's just me, but let me know if it creeps you out as well. But I like it nonetheless. I like how this deck's really making me think, and I'm pulling symbolism really easily, or things are just flowing to me. So clearly there is a connection there. A world card. That's beautiful. Now we're getting into our suits. So we have the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups. That's nice as well. The Three of Cups, celebration, companionship, community. That's lovely. We have the Four of Cups. The Five of Cups, so clearly he's more inside his head there. Lost in his emotions and his memories. Six of Cups. And we have the Seven of Cups. The Eight of Cups. And the Nine of Cups. And then the Ten of Cups. That threw me a minute, because I was like, where's the cup? And then we've got this beautiful butterfly, or moth maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe it's a moth. That's really unusual. Page of Cups. And I have one of those spoons that she's holding in her hand with the skull design. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. Wears a heart on her sleeve. And the King of Cups. So now we're into the Pentacles. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, wow, Five of Pentacles, quite literally walking all over everybody there, crushing them under his boots, wow. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, weighing up your options, calculating. Eight of Pentacles, wow. And the Nine of Pentacles there. and the 10 of Pentacles. So there must be this moth design on all the 10s then, because the last one was, it threw me for a minute because of the design. And then we've got something similar. So I'm betting the next 2 sets are going to also have moths on them. Page of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles. And then we're into Wands now. So we've got the Ace of Wands. The 2 of Wands. The 3 of Wands. The 4 of Wands. That's pretty. 5 of Wands. He looks like he's up to no good. I feel like that's a mischievous face, that. That's a I'm gonna cause trouble. The 6 of Wands. 7 of Wands. The 8 of Wands. The 9 of Wands. Wow, it's pretty as well. Yep, looks like I'm right. So we've got the 10 of Wands now, and we've got another death moth. Page of Wands. The Knight of Wands. And the Queen of Wands. And the King of Wands. The other thing I'm noticing as well is there's colour themes to these. So with the wands, it was red. The cups had this like dark kind of blue going on. This looks like it's like a yellow theme for the swords. So you'll easily be able to tell if you kind of get lost in the wording and that. You can tell by the colours. So this is the Ace of Swords. The 2 of Swords. The 3 of Swords. Wow. That's similar to the Rider-Waite, so we're getting into a bit of tradition there with the whole sword stabbing the heart thing. In this case, it's stabbing you in the back. Betrayal. So 4 of Swords. Nails in the coffin. Can't mistake the symbolism for that one. The 5 of Swords, so they're on the run. Backs against the wall kind of situation there. 6 of Swords. He looks like the ferryman of the dead. 7 of Swords. What's that say on his coffin? Hope. Reflection. Hope, reflection. Ooh, interesting. 8 of Swords. The 9 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords, which is another moth. Page of Swords. The Knight of Swords. The Queen of Swords. And the King of Swords. So that is the full deck, guys. I really like it. I honestly did not think I was going to like this deck. I don't know why, I just didn't think I was going to like it, and I do. I absolutely adore it. The colours are wonderful. The deck quality is really good, and I really like the artwork and the symbolism. The symbolism is really easy. I do honestly think a beginner could work with this deck really easily because of the artwork, the design, and the way they've been done. There's a lot of symbolism you could pull out, and even if you weren't sure on the meaning of the card, you can, I mean, that is clearly a party, it's a celebration. You can easily get that information from that card without knowing what it means traditionally. So there's a lot here to learn from, and I do think there's a little bit of the wonderful Mexican culture in there. So if you research that as well and look at some of their history, their myths and legends, you can probably pull out lots of extra information from the cards by doing that. So overall, I really thoroughly love this deck. I think it's beautiful, and I'm really glad it came to me, and I can't wait to start working with it. So I am going to score this a 10 out of 10. I don't do that very often, only for my top favourite decks, but I really vibe with this deck, and I think it's beautiful. So thank you very much to the person who gifted it to me. They have asked me not to name them, so I won't. But thank you very much for gifting it to me. I really think it's beautiful. And thank you for watching this video, guys. I do appreciate your support. If you'd like to further support my channel, you can do that through Patreon or through my Amazon wishlist. Both links are provided. Please give me a thumbs up and click the bell so YouTube will tell you when my next video comes out. If you'd like to book a professional reading by me, you can do that through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or through my email address, and all of those are provided, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Blessed be.